All right, welcome to another edition of your favorite sports show. And I want to say happy Easter to we Christian brother and sister. They must some man in a church now, boy, go they run for come join the show.
Yeah.
And as we got plenty for talk about inside sports, three of we Sierra Leonean brothers they already play abroad, then score goals inside the matches they will play. Augustine, we get the opening goal for inside as they win 3-2. And we also get Alusine. Is it? I can forget it to win them. Now Alusine or Alassane. Alassane also been there for net a goal for inside and 2-2 draw. And Kai Kamara, the old wine, the old wine. Get
a new skin.
Get the brace inside match where he play yesterday for Chicago Fire against Minnesota inside then 2-1 victory. So automatically now in win the game. We go bring you highlights of them goals then they except for Alassane. I don't even forget the highlight. But same way so we go talk about Israel in win against Alex inside the fight where happened today. A lot of we watch. Jabi said that watch that kind of game. The other person don't die. And we guest Augustine where they with we in the studio. A lot of people don't they ask for bring Augustine at the show with in kind good form we get from last season. We try to get them but to be busy. But luckily today we get they don't get a fine form where they don't start already 3 goals in 4 matches. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, 3 goals in 4 matches inside the new season for 2 in the league with 3 matches played and 1 cup goal where it don't score so far. That's a good start for the forward where they play for Charleston Battery and Sierra Leone International. Well, we'll be seeing the dropper of the Leone Star squad will be play South Tome, but a lot of fans now this page and around the country be asked questions why. Well, they have to talk about that, but they talk about in career, who side all rich and who side hope for go in the future. That's all we got today's at the show, and because they bully with today 2 Arsenal people. Arsenal they play Liverpool. For me and Dopeii we play for less on Apple, but for them they play for less on. All right, that's all in the show today. Share the live and don't forget. We give away for 5 people. We give 200 leons to each person, and 5 people will win. But the bone of contention at time. So who started the giveaway? Stop. Would they stop there and continue? All right, now introduce me guest there, me co-host there first. Welcome to the show, Emmanuel. Happy Easter.
And thank you, Magdalene. Same wishes to you again. And to the viewers out there, una kusha, una kaba, una adu. And happy Easter to una all. I'm reason. Dopeii, I'm reason.
Pueblo Chelsea, happy Easter. You know as I name again?
It don't freeze.
Anytime Dopeii freeze, Chelsea they lost. All right, join me back. Let's talk to we guess, Mr. Augustine Williams. This man they talk 4 language. I go down to our manage no. I'm a big fan. I always follow in live there. So one of in live when we get now they talk says they talk 4 language. I don't go call you language, but you go talk a later.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Now you talk to now?
Yeah, bonjour, Mr. Williams. All right. So we get Augustine at the show. You superstar Salone. He don't score goal for Salone as well, and don't have been a friendly, but is a fantastic player where he gets a very good form. And one of in best season last year where we see score up to 16 goals in all the matches we play. But we all know Augustine come from LA Galaxy and to decide where then I go tell you more later. But let us join Emmanuel for round up in other sporting activities, Emmanuel.
Yeah, Magdalene, thank you very much. And throughout this weekend, I spent some time watching the NPL. I give some time to Dopeii. So you been freeze now, make sense. Sorry, brah.
You don't come or you still freeze. Hello, Dopeii, you get me? It's still freeze. Oh. Emmanuel, go ahead. You go join me. Dopeii ask you freeze done. Talk one to what you want to.
But he's back. He's back.
All right. Wait. Move, come outside. They go to Biggie now. Let's stay there.
Exactly.
All right, Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah. We spent some time during this weekend on the NPL, and especially I watched the game when Spirits been play against Konneh. It was a very good one, and Spirits been lost again 2-0. Been lost 2-0 to Konneh, and we see classic football being displayed, Magdalene. In that particular game, because and Konneh are one of the heavy sides in the NPL, and we see Spirit and Mika out of that strong comeback against Wollongong Wolves and take that same momentum into that match. But unfortunately, we see a stronger reaction from Wolves, from Konneh, and at the end of the day, some slight defensive errors then, and Spirit's been get for loss that particular match. But it was a good one, and we see the team, the build up. And unfortunately for we Sierra Leonean brother Favor, he was not called upon yet into the senior team, and he's still working on his recovery and fitness. But he was with the under 20 and still trying to get back to 90% of his fitness. Maybe in the next 4 weeks, we might tend to see him back into the full senior squad for the weekend. And that was one of the key highlights for the weekend. We also see Genusa, Australia, and the Matilda has been lost to Scotland by 1-0. And unfortunately, Scotland not get for camp for play the World Cup. And that loss day for we see we're in chaos with players Ford and Sam Carter were all arrested due to some minor injuries and fatigue. So we lost that match 1-0. So that was one of the key highlights which take place. And we seen also Magdalene we foodie. But then we see the Dolphins. They continue for beats and Brisbane rival, and That was another big shaking match where we've been seeing game being take place. And Penrith Pandas return back to the winning form and then get a win over the last game where they play. So it has been a very interesting week inside football and other foodie activities in Australia. And the international go left and later.
All right. Because talk about we win cup. We win we English. Una not deport me tomorrow morning. No, we England. We win. We beat. It's all right. That three country we get now. We there. We there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but Emmanuel, the highlights of the day and today na Israel a desire way na a Nigerian and we see he be get for come up against his old rival where we don't beat
Yeah.
him. Not to one time, not to two time, and he come on strong. He not only beat him for getting belt back, but he beat him for sure. I'm say this is my sport. And inside round two, he be get for knock him out. What I take on the bout day this afternoon?
And for me, I want to say congratulations to Israel. And I'm so proud of him. And he really they continue for show how strong and determined he is in his category. And these two guys have been arch rival. And one key thing I remember when Israel be lost to was it in Brazil. The interesting part of it in Peking by then, become and do a display on the stage where like we because if we don't give Israel a knockout before.
Mhm.
So waiting be happen in Peking make Canada stage and demonstrate the knockout on Israel. And Israel was very pissed off with shots and act. And there was one time when they be write an article that this kid, if I'd had a chance, I would have whooped off his ass. So it means, yeah, this was something we've been on the bone in Israel before then get into this fight. So that was why, like, when he give him back a knockout, it was like a desire where you don't able to accomplish it. It's like a dream come true. And at the end of it, you see, you go face in Alex in Peking and they do a display of a knockout. So this shows that this was a fight where Israel been take very serious because he wanted to redeem his glory and show the world that he is a champion of that category. And we are proud of it. And I know say there's a lot more that he is going to put up with.
And also you were proud of that, and a lot of we Nigerian friends them as well proud of that. Only Jabi saying the afraid, watch him again. All right, I know say Dopeii go left to talk about this, but Dopeii they get
Yeah.
challenges with the network. Now make another move going outside there. Um, we go come to other issues there, but let we get we guest now when Augustine Williams, Sierra Leonean way based in the USA. They play for Charleston Battery, one of the top teams them na the United States of America USL League, the second tier league in the America soccer system, and is a fantastic forward. He's banging the goals and he already don't start. He gets 3 goals in 4 matches so far in the season. But before that, let we welcome Dopeii. Quick one. Dopeii, finally welcome to the show.
I enter the right time.
Yes, yeah.
Lose the belt. We lose the belt, baby. We never lost the belt. Come on. Nah. Don't say this now. We own specialty. So Emmanuel, that dissector
Yeah.
for you. No, this
Go ahead, Dopeii.
this fight was, the ultimate fight. Like somebody like Easy, man. He was even in the press conference, the interview there. Normally he talks a lot, but this time he was just calm. He not talk boku. He just tell everybody say just one fight. He say one fight. He say because like the talk is done. This guy don't beat him 4-10, 2 time in Muay Thai kickboxing, and then once in inside the MMA. Inside last time when they fought in November in beat him. So the revenge, but it's sweet. It's sweet. It's sweet. It's sweet. But look, at the end of the day, what makes Easy
Yeah.
a champion, makes him a champion, makes him a warrior. Because coming back from adversity, not losing once, twice, but 3 times to the same guy, and then finally solving the puzzle that I can beat this guy. Some people then get like their shadow that this guy we don't beat you. He say he talk. I say he able beats the guy. He said the last fight now he make the last fight he was winning. He lost in the
Yeah.
last round because
Yeah.
he got. I think he got rocked, and then he lost the last round. But he won all 5 rounds, and this fight he was winning the rounds. The best thing he did, he beats the guy. Where's he guy lock in? Where's he lock in? And where's he lock in? Open. Where's he open?
Yeah.
Like that. Free fall. Free fall. Anyway, next time we analyze and the counts are friend high. I meant to let UFC at the community.
Yeah.
Next time, tell me I will invite Afuela. I make
I know
her.
it was a good fight. The
No,
whole
no,
card, the
no
card
wonder
was
Afuela they
amazing.
keep beer. So come to UFC.
You see, watch, you see,
Yeah. Boom.
you see,
Boom.
it
That was
definitely
a
kind of
knockout.
useful.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get one belt. We need Usman forget the belts back. Will they come?
Yeah,
Come.
Usman is a tough contender, bro. I'm telling you.
all
No,
right.
if we wanna analyze UFC for you, call me after the show. We will talk.
All right. All right, Dopeii.
Tell me say now so they watch you not call me. So it's okay, no
Are you
problem.
everywhere for? Say I watch her. I watch her na host na part two. I never been watching her.
Okay.
I watch her to me, mama. I go to me, mama. Nobody not in her host. Now I say, well, I watch
Then you
her.
want to give me the box yourself, like me.
Yes.
But you really need for bring Jabi into this sport, Dopeii, please.
I mean, I'm married. If you get that thing,
Jabini for Canada this podcast, if he get team, if we can't talk about team, but we'll find
yeah.
out
Oh,
later.
yeah. It's not on division.
Yeah.
Right, yes, and also the community gets a big bearing. We lost one of we mama them na the community and
Yes,
team
yeah.
we lost them yesterday. It was really pathetic. We want for say condolences to the family, made them take out. And if you there Australia, Sydney, they watch this show, be reminded that then go bear and tomorrow between 12 midday to 2:30. And the masjid na Mandrut, Ruti Hills Masjid, and then go lay, finally they go lay them to rest na Kems is it Kems Creek funeral
Chemistry, yeah.
yeah
Ems quick.
Kems
Yeah.
Creek
Around
Bengal
here. Around
yeah.
here, yeah.
Now, who's they all na been Bengal. Now they be bury the wait man they be first the aborigine.
I would have made the internet say, oh, thank God.
Internet no.
They ghost them. Season reception.
No, we guess now. We get plenty things for talk about. We get the International Sport Day will happen on the 6th. We will get reactions from athletes and sporting association them, but we got important guests now the show. A long time ago, with in fans the one for Siam. They already done the send message in the comment section. They welcome onto the show. So Augustine, I don't already introduce you. First of all, tell me what inspire you for play soccer.
Obviously, from a very young age, I was small. Me, Papa used to get in small side the way they go play on the weekends then. So he always used to take me for go watching where they play. So that's something where I grow for like from a very young age. And especially when I be small, they always to make me to watch Arsenal games then. So I one while I bring Arsenal there.
But also because
Much respect to you, Augustine. Much respect, brother. Much respect.
so that's how they made it power for people.
Yeah. So that thing they make obviously I start for growth for like the sports and even though I be young, I want to play with them something and they allow me, but obviously because in there everybody be play for fun. So as time be the go I grow for like the sports. So me back I want kind of into the sports for just obviously see how to play the sport. At that time, I not really be get a plan just for go take as a career. I just be just like for play. Over the years, obviously now they are obviously the passion begin come and obviously the motivation for make something out of it.
All right, so when you talk about where you be young, then they give you Papa one for let you play.
Mhm.
You fans don't go one for know if you actually now possibly born and grow in Sierra Leone because we know in Sierra Leone every corner we get them small soccer ball them and we can turn safe anything to ball.
No, yeah, I go. A lot of people don't know why I go. Grab small at Salone. Obviously, from Salone, we go. I think now around then 8 years now I left Salone. So we go Senegal. We did it for them 2 years. So from Senegal, we got the embassy be there for go America. So from there, now they left we go California. But obviously, I not be a lot of people not be know saying Asalo come because I not go Sierra Leone until the first call up where they call me for that Guinea game. The qualifier for the qualifier for go AFCON. And that first in ever since we left, now I go Salone. So that's enable cool people know. And also Kai Kamara can post some of my games then. So now some people then start to realize say, oh, okay, we get somebody else come on Salone we need Augustine Williams, Because even me name self, sound like say Salone come what
No, it sound because the name Augustine Williams as
Oh
well.
no, I
Yeah,
talk about a lot of people they think they becoming American because I get the Williams last
yeah,
name.
the
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah, but obviously over the time a lot of people end up knowing as Salah Kumar. So
You
now
get you get local in America, Dave. Now Salo for don't call it Pa Willie.
But really,
oh
so
they,
true.
they, they call me me Papa that what be small they call out call out
Yes, that's true.
yeah.
Oh, they don't do that to Willem. Willem.
William, Mag, you know only Creole shortcut name there.
Yeah, Creole.
I know.
This boy now ain't come up Konneh, man. Me like Creole. All right.
Let's see
So
what
Augustine,
get him away this mean.
it's they lost. They put up a shame. They lost tickets. So looking at your soccer journey and how it starts from a very humble beginning to loving the game at a very young age, and you decide to play. So how you break into the America system, because for Yahweh we get what to call the point system in Australia, where some people and they by the age where they come, now let them good till they're able to play pro football. But others they go through schools and you get forget the point for let you make up to the senior level. So how you break into the America system and reach first to the level of LA Galaxy.
Well, obviously, what kind of first my main priority now for go school just for focus on education because now one of the main reason that then they told me mama bring me and my brother and me papaya for get good education and a better life. But over the years, obviously begin getting to because we get school like activities then looking at play at the time I not be able for like afford for day into a travel team because like you got for the pay for your flights then you got for the pay for other expenses then at that time my mom be tell me say it's too expensive get obviously uh uh them kind of money then they because even football boots they cost you over $300 now so
Yeah,
So
yeah,
at the
true.
time, I just be the play for fun, but obviously as the time they go, what could be when they talk say like I not be good enough, like I just fast, I not get um, the actual mindset of a striker. So I think then motivation and I make I really get into like competitive football. We dey play for at the time we not to be academy, we just they play then local club them and my team na be one of the best team. So we begin for travel go to states then we even travel go play one tournament in Mexico. So from there now I get the opportunity for go San Diego where I be there 16 for go play academy team where they travel play against different teams then the best academy in the countries. So I think from there, obviously, I get the opportunity for either go pro or also for go college, like physically go college. But at the time, I not one pass this opportunity because say this opportunity now once in a lifetime. So obviously, me and my mama get this conversation about obviously what's not the right thing, but because at the time I'd be still young, I be done just turned 17, so I get the opportunity to go Portland Timbers. I don't know if I say Portland Timbers. So
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
I go obviously then I'll be very very young. I'll be very afraid at the time. So obviously but I meet other people then around will give me the confidence just to be able for adapting to the environment. Everything be just so fast because I'm not used to fast football, all that kind of stuff. So I think from there, obviously, that stuff will build me confidence. start for understand the professional lifestyle, and obviously from there and there just consider say, yo, I don't kind inside this, so I want just make this as the best as I can to be able to play professional football.
Okay, so going into the game proper, you mentioned earlier that you know been get the mindset of a forward. So what's in that be you best position where you be think say you for playing how that change?
Well, because at the time, even while I be there high school, like secondary school, so they did play me on the wing as a flanker because I be really fast. But I'll be very goal oriented, but I'll not be getting patient as a striker. Because I'm telling you, I want them on the ball. I wanted to give me the ball, and they touch the ball for some telling, and then 40, 60 seconds. So I'll not be getting patient. And I've not been really understand the position really well in terms of like being at the right place at the right time, positioning your offside line and things in there. So obviously, but I be realize say, even though I'm fast, I don't really like for one too much like that, because obviously, in my own opinion, football not too much going on. They run at the right time, obviously. So the striking position are something really what I be really, really into, but I not be understanding too much. But as time goes on, the coaches that I got around me, they teach me some of me weaknesses then, and also work on some of my strength then. So especially when I be in Portland, I did really I learned the striking position. So from there now I grow for Leka. Obviously I did watch videos about like become my favorite striker like Thierry Henry. So I did watch videos them about how he did making runs then. Obviously I start to understand my weakness in my inside that 18-yard box so that I really get strength for be able for score most of my goals then. So obviously I just work on my imperfection to try to be as good as I can with them. And obviously, as the time go, I just obviously start adapting because so anything I learning, so you always learn as you grow and stuff like that. So I did really
Yeah.
get the passion.
Uh, Now I know why the runs like where you can run from the corner and come in. I also
Yes.
can see most times you dey play from the corner and come in, and I can want say this one if you buy Anthony Marshall, but it's not Terry Henry.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, brother. Good clarification. Noted.
Now you laugh at this program today. Yeah, and me when I'm glad because when I get superstar is about Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Maggie. Now, joy. It's a joy, you
Ne-
know.
I will bring Musa to next time. You know, tell him.
Oh,
Eh, we will
I
talk
know the
about
Musa at Manchester, man. Now we get problem. Manchester will look for cause problem always. Okay, Emmanuel, you don't listen from Augustine. Anything you want for say from what you don't talk so far, and keep on sending hashtag Happy Easter for the first draw. Like I say, we get money for give 5 people 200 each, but we go do the draw and also will stop. We go stop there, continue next week. So hashtag Happy Easter, and who knows, you might be the next winner. So Emmanuel, what thing are you take on Augustine in journey so far in football career?
and first and foremost, I want to say congratulations and happy Easter once again
Yes,
to me Salone brother, me Arsenal brother, me your superstar.
Emmanuel,
you
not
know,
like you bring us now inside
a
there.
man, a man will take some good soccer, skills from a legend, Thierry Henry.
Elijah
God
when I
bless you,
play
career
coach.
brother. No, it's still there on the learning process, Magdalene. And you realize that Augustine in life journey, na progress, because this is what real sport life is about. You know, to just start and become a superstar, just like that. You have to. It's a progression, and if you observe waiting, it don't go to. There's one key thing which was very important for him: the identification of your talent. There was a stage where he was just playing this game for fun of it or for as a therapy or for exercise. And there's a time where he realized that, oh, there's a potential in this sport. And there's a time you realize that, oh, there's a revenue in this sport. So you see, it reaches the point that when he realizes that there's a revenue in the sport, then he starts to realize that, oh, it can become a career. And that was when you see realize it begin to develop and put more attention into what he was about to. So it's a progression. So most of the time, to you, we think it affects we brothers then. Now that if they go to a system, by the time they able to identify that they have a time to use this sport for revenue, they already done the off the age markets for gain much of a. But my brother was like fortunate that at that point in time, he's able to match up with the American point system we were able to take him into the league. Because if it was like country like Australia, maybe by the time you reach you 18 years before you identify, say, I can use this sport and for generate revenue or as a career. Till you go back into the academy or point system, you're already late. So it was good that indeed you were able to pick it up earlier. And day like today, Mama Salone, they become so proud of this material that we get. And I'm so proud for for Kanye, you and call me Arsenal brother. Much respect to you. Much respect to you,
we now
sir.
with Salone player and I will get him. We now with Salone player. They go inside the
Bruh, I know they're going to interrupt me, but I go talk him.
Any more Arsenal talk? You get infringements.
Yeah, Dopeii, wait. Dopeii, okay, you don't freeze back.
No, I want to freeze.
Okay, you did. But I tell you, say today, they shine. And indeed, that's also Augustine there at the comment section.
No, to be sincere, Dopeii superstar level the suspend him for today, bro. Sorry about it, brother. But I want to focus on my Arsenal brother.
All right, Dopeii. So, what did I take? Analyze fan, analyze like London Derby, analyze 5.
No, we don't analyze. We're not by us. We're not by us. We're not analysts for a reason. No, look, honestly, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. A big fan. Maggie, Maggie an encyclopedia. Let's say, anything we can passport. Doesn't matter if it's soccer, frisbee, rugby, she knows. And she is doing these things because people like us, and they lie, because like you, brother, we come out this country very young. So we're not exposed to the rest of Sierra Leone and the way they in the diaspora, where they do, they play sports, they're doing good stuff. So they deserve to be lifted. You deserve the accolades. So someone like Maggie is making us recognize you guys for what you do out there. So for me, I want to say thank you for playing amazing football and for also being part of the the country, the team. Also obviously you're gonna be part of more teams. Maybe one day we'll win a World Cup. You never know. But yeah, man, it started very young, man. As a 17-year-old, as a pro, it hard. As a kid, for starters, playing against grown men. I've been doing it for years, but you've held your own, man, and look where you are today. And that's just a stepping stone. There's more to come, bro. I'm definitely gonna see you in a Chelsea kit. Forget what Arsenal kit.
It's not business.
Thank you.
It's not business.
If we call you,
Yeah, the cow.
Because people brother. I don't call loud right now.
Look like so when I get money, they buy no more. So
Augustine, we need for idling and not buy you because we have snag a plan for you.
But nah,
me not say me coach na like Augustine kind them. Eric Ten Hag. We don't care whether Arsenal there or not. Manchester.
No, but so presently in terms of youth policy, it's more of Arteta, Maggie. Okay, so Arteta came with the best use of Williams. So I prefer you take a consideration of where Arsenal. But to be sincere, Maggie, on a more serious note, and our brother has come a long way, and this now the peak point of in career. This is the time we will determine how far and how best a will play football. Because as soon as they miss this time, then it will be very difficult and challenging for him to reach up to that peak. And don't get me wrong, the like of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, they always teach us that there's no limitation in football or sports. It's all about self-determination. But I will tell you, so the human body, it gets a particular stage where the muscles and they get adjusted to a particular sport. And when they don't get fine-tuned to that activities of that sport, everything they work well. It become like a photostatic memory. You know, they lost nothing. Even if you go on injuries, when you come back, you just need to do 1 or 2 sessions. Everything they kick back again because the body has already been fine-tuned to that activity. So that's why you see professionals, even if they can sit back for 1 or 2 years on injuries, when they come back and go through them conditioning sessions, they can able click back because the body has already reached to that professional peak.
Okay.
So, you know, it always tune in for make it take it there. So, for me, I think this is one of the key terms that as a nation, we need for rally around short a talent. We need for really publicize we young brothers there. Maggie, what you do so is extremely great. It's extremely good, you know, and kudos to you for that. But we as a nation,
Me, I'm not going to play. Oh.
I know, but we as a nation, now we responsibility now for talk but we brothers there. Put them and we pages them, Magdalene. You know, and now we for showcase them, rally for them, whatever show program them, we for go and make comments for them. Because this is what serves as an NIG for them, that people are appreciating what they are doing. So, brother, keep up with the good work and keep the focus. And we know, say, very soon, Mama Salone will begin dance be and you back again.
Yeah,
Man, I
it
don't
was-
give special vote of thanks.
and I passed tobacco with a see vision. All right, we will continue with the show, and Augustine there, it gets plenty for talk about, you know, and in Momina one person way always the supporter. I mean, get a very supportive family, but we'll come to that later. Let we do with first draw. We don't get about 40 people. We don't to line for
Yeah.
first draw, and let we see who that will clinch the happy Easter. Let me see. And then we go come back to we guess now the studio. Maybe now so as now people are going to win today because their brother there. We don't know.
Thank you. Dimi, I beg do something.
All
right. I'll go see today how they go. Caddy Johnson, how they go.
What a good name you bring up today again, Maggie.
All right, happy Easter, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, we win.
They don't put.
You just kick Dimi.
I don't kick Dimi back. Dimi always like
kick her.
Hey.
I want that to M Zola.
It's not like Arsenal supporter.
Nationality support.
Okay.
And
Peace.
This is the third time she's winning. I want that
peace. Yes.
I want to go for banding at this show.
Maggie, it's like say the woman and then get locked for the win holiday term then.
Holiday term, yes.
Last week, now so it happened. This week back, now so it happened.
Don't be not vex. Winning good. I don't say you know they see winning good again because
this is the for try done so I go blow. And
congratulations to Awana 2 with team Natong. Free tongue go get on to you for your happy Easter. Maybe you go get some by today because everything's set, yeah. Except that maybe no more network, no, then I'm gonna make you not get up. But anyways, congratulations. We reset the drawback, and no worry, we get 4 more for go. You can be the next winner. But as we go, let me take one quick news, and then we will come to Augustine later in the show. Well, inside the International Sports Day, where they celebrate last Thursday, when at the 6th of April, some athletes, coaches, and sport association members been marched now the street of Freetown for celebrate the day, and they began talks after that. But how important this day to the participant, some of them began for explain to Max Tribune Sports.
Okay, tell me small what you experience into the game.
Oh, well, in terms of experience, I don't get a lot of experience because I don't get into the sport until 23 years old now, and I don't do very well, and I believe say I get a great experience. And I don't play all the major tournaments in the team of my world.
Okay, today na International Sports Day. What do you make up of this?
Well, I believe say it makes sense and it's good for the Ministry of Sports and the NSA for celebrating this wonderful day, because this now we own day and we're not gonna know that day we will celebrate not less than this day. So yeah, I feel good and a very good thing where the NSA come up with the National Sports Authority and the Ministry of Sports.
In terms of the demonstration from each sports discipline, how you be look like?
Well, it was good and just a demonstration. So I can just show the people and say that this how they do. So I believe say with the chance of me, everybody do well and it was good.
Okay, finally, let's look at the team for this year, scoring for people and the planet. What do you make up of the team?
Well, it's good, the team good, and I believe saying that the right team they pick for this year. And above all, you doing sports without scoring or doing anything for your nation or achieve for your nation, it means nothing. But I believe say the team they pick don't show say clearly Sierra is moving on and we are moving forward and more achievements to Canada country.
My name is Sheku Alim Kori. I'm the CEO for Salone Cricket Association or Cricket Salone Company Limited.
Okay, before we can look at the International Day of Sports, let's look at recently when I participated into a competition. How the latest look like?
Oh well, you know, we participate in an invitational tournament when at the Nigeria Women's T20 invitational tournament where they host in Lagos. Women they attend. They may able get a bronze medal with the count. We can't third in the tournament. 5 teams they participate. We will be able to beat Ghana, we beat Cameroon twice. We beat them at the group stage. We beat them for the 3rd position. So we able count bronze. We not only stop there. We may get the best bowler winner. We get 3 players there. We make the team of the tournament. Then we may get the 2nd best player of the tournament. We may win 2 man of the match award. So because of that, they may be 2 best of the player.
With all NCVI, is there any other competition that they prepare for?
Yeah, we get several competitions. Like the man there gets a tournament, a qualifying series, where they for attend this June at the same Nigeria, but this time around Abuja, they take place. So they are now preliminary preparation. They get them up to speed, so that at least Yanda will target now for count gold medal, not to bronze or silver.
Okay, let's look at the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. Una as a sporting discipline, what do you make up of this?
Well, I go say me personally and as are happy because this now event where they bring different sporting disciplines together. There are certain sporting disciplines one see. Me no me even aware say really they exist here. So this now eye opener. I feel say sports now the way they bring people together. So I believe say through Ministry of Sport, through NSA, the need for continue to make such program, because by making them programming, they make certain sport visible, because some people can interest in certain sports, but they only get access to them for watching at the NDS TV or so. You know, can't even know say the sports they exist here. But if they make such gathering there, I believe say they expose certain sports there, certain discipline there, we can make more turnout there, and we go make at least we will represent the country as a whole.
Okay, let's look at the team scoring for peace and the arts. What should I make up of that, apart of today and the other coming days that we get for camp?
Well, you know now, peace, everybody, any country for league will need peace. And moreover, when they come close to the general election, we all know the tension where election they come. I believe say we all are aware of all the fracas with the happen. So, as I said just earlier, sports not really bring people together. So, can we use this sports, different sports there, for able to preach peace? You understand? I believe say we will preach peace as arts like there. People are able to listen to it more because people are fond of sports. Now they get and the leisure time, now they get the creativity and so on and so forth.
The Athletics Association.
Okay, now we see the Ministry of Sports and also the National Sports Authority celebrate International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. Una as a sports and discipline, what do you make up of this?
This is very timely for not just the international, but for as a country, Sierra Leone. Considering the fact that the surrounding the country now, I think we need for the bridge peace and development. We go help for build this nation and unite we as a country.
Okay, let's look at the team for this year. Scoring for peace, scoring for people rather, and the planet.
Yeah, indeed. Whatever goals or whatever mark you make, it will be for your people and for the whole world. It means whatever thing we do in sports, you get for impact positively to your environment, and by so doing, you are also contributing positively to the whole world. So sports for be a channel of peace, a channel of development, a channel of bringing people together for unify a nation, the people. So that's what all this team they try to talk about. How sports, play, and other physical activity go contribute to the development of a nation.
Okay. Don't you say the Sierra Athletic Association go down do a demonstration? How the demonstration will look like?
Yeah, the demonstration is nice. This part of the demonstration we call them bounce. Like after you don't stretch, we're not going to run now. We're not going to do any high jump now because of the environmental offend. So we decide for do bounce. They help for prepare the muscles. There sometimes we you want to go into competition. Now that's we demonstrate now today.
Okay, since after the sports, now is there any other development?
Yeah. So many things they happen at the sidelines. We some know they come an events we go out to the field. In-house, we are trying to restructure as an office, and training programs and don't go on with several members of the association don't be members who don't benefits and don't get certificates in different trainings like the anti-doping trainings where they don't get. And now we are preparing for the international competition which will happen by the 29th of April to May 3rd in Lusaka, Zambia. We work on that training day now. And we also look forward to get to championship after Okomo Lusaka and Abo. We're going to be 12 or the 13. So everything is going well. And the most important thing, as an association, the family they come together. We are building a united family of athletics now.
Well, they do cycling.
Okay, tell me about your experience into the game since for me coming.
Well, even though it's not really easy, na Salone, yeah, for the woman do sport, it's not really easy, but thank God, I'm fortunate for being into cycling. Even though despite some challenges there, then people because of the mentality of we the blacks there, they say, oh, cycling not meant for female. Like a big lie. Like what they cause hernia, or they say, oh, this person they get hernia, they do operation for like now because of we the strain and they cause hernia. Not to not if you get a correct size, then you do what they say for do. Nothing. Or they say cycling they make woman not the born, you know they this, you know. Now a big lie. Most of my company we don't left cycling, they don't born, so I don't get too picking themselves. But because of facility, you know, they said they left them picking them for go do the training, so that's go lead them for me to stop.
Okay, tell me into you competition that we don't go participate recently.
Well, like for this year, I not take it no event because last year I will go Ghana, so I'm fortunate for win the Ghana criterium. So this year I need to go the Femi Championship. The race na the 15th of April this month. And so the loans are the 26th to the 30th.
Okay, so how best? Is there any hope for you to go participate?
Well, because hope they actually, but because of the financial support, it's very, very poor. Hope they, because right now, I think Ghanaians, they call me now because don't say they don't prepare for me. Even though it's not really easy, because like last year, difficulties, the plans also go, not even get no coach, no nothing. Now self they deal with individual, but it's not really easy, salon sports. Okay. Because now that's how they tell me compete female. If you able to conquer salon, so say now the one we know they able go to go.
Okay, so let's compare you sporting discipline day and into the education aspect.
Oh well, even though because they do computer, but as time goes on because I don't go do course I'm making but I'm not going to do the big team. But it's get for sit back and flop me subject because all the English I don't get. I get other subjects. I get math, but not only English. So I cast it back this government. Even though they say possible do sports, you know, sabi book, na a big lie.
Okay. So apart of this sporting discipline, what you into? What you want for becoming in the future?
One, I want to become a champion, not even Africa, but the world. Even despite right now, because right now I don't open a new team named Ubuntu, so I'm the header right now. Even though we just try for come up, we're not gonna sponsor it. Like a new team, now the first and this way get for take part in the study loan side. Now only women they no more because now women that they try for result. Especially the woman side, very, very poor. Women, let's see, apart from cycling, all sports, women, they're not cool. But me, I try for encourage me company there. Every day while they go train, I must get 1 or 2 people the way they come inside.
All right, that's now Deborah Fatima Kamara, the current champion for cycling in the country. And last year, he go win in Tour now. Ghana win at the Ghana criteria. I mean, they go again for go defending title, but as here, the same story: money, lack of sponsorship, lack of concern, and the woman and they suffer more on sport. I go post the full interview after the show, but I come to Dopeii. You listen from waiting Fatima say. And before that, I see you the list way on a president for athletics be the talk. And also you concern more. So you go take her from that side.
Nah, Maggie, every week. If you like say only for pool music, you feature the people that were there above. So then go listen to the people then as Salone what they cry about. You know, it's not good enough. Every week, you know, anybody you talk to, no matter what sports they do, the same thing, the funding. Not to say money not there, money there. Let's delegate onto the right channel there and make these people then go make your country proud. That's it. If we do sports for individual glory, trust me, nobody not going to represent the country. If you're doing sports for individual glory, you just go by yourself. Then you go like for August. If you would play, you just go play for a team no more Charleston. Say in career done, you go play for whatever team sign next year. If Salone team call, you're not get for border. But they do because the love of the country. So they need to show the love to the people then back. It's not good enough. For me own preso, no worry. I tell her and say at the camp. You not tell her, okay, Maggie, not tell her who, because if you tell her this show, they go begin call me. Not tell nobody.
All right. Okay, we hope that you for bring for the gold medal from the African champ. Emmanuel.
The middle guy call me back this one tell me say that I need to lose weight for right now. I don't gain weight. I need power drop like but it's 8 months. I get one. That was November. I get 3 more weeks inside April and back to sufferness.
All right. So Emmanuel, Youssef now one superstar. So 3 superstar there, Magna. I'm not 2 superstar. Emmanuel now we former national table tennis number 1.
Number one.
So Emmanuel, what do you think about I see your colleague be the talk when George Wyndham, the only para table tennis player, and we represent win several competitions, including the Paralympics games, where he been go into Brazil and recently also go to Japan as well.
Thank you very much, Magdalene. And I want to tell the NOC and the government of Sierra Leone plenty thank you for where they're able to use this time for officially recognize the International Day of Sports. Because the United General Assembly recognizes as a form of promoting peace and human rights. And it's also one of the way where we can recognize the positive roles where sports don't play, or sports and other physical activities on the play with communities. And it's also a form of what we use for get like a total inclusion of both the able and the physical challenge. In terms, it's a time we will also use for get like a gender parity, male, female, for showcase that this sport when they do, they are proud of it. It's also a time where we use for reflect the benefits and the life changing since the way we don't see through sport in the life of individual and as a nation. For instance, Magdalene, look, we brought away Sideasu, Augustine. The benefit where soccer don't get onto in life now, it go always be part of in life story. Or go say in biography. We no go write in story if we not include sport inside. We did take a look at Muhammad Kalon, the life we don't get to the end, the roles where they play in the life of other people. We take the likes of Kewole Conte, Pasafa, Obimedzigers, we come down to athletics. We get guys the way they did that, like Solomon, who are doing extremely well. They run in the international. Michaela and the like. These are people where sport make a difference in their life. And it was good we were able to see George Wyndham. And interestingly about George Wyndham, this is now one of my motivating factors that country make I able play table tennis. Because when I get into the game, this was one of the guys that dedicated his time into it. And I began to get the basic format. It didn't beat me. Oh. He was my senior. He beat me good one. But that beat there, I be used as a form for learn the basics. And to I learned patience and movement and consistency. So when I was able to develop myself into the game, I was able to get very good table rallies because I practice with somebody. I don't look at in physicality. I see him as a competitor. And because of that, I learn a lot from her. It'd be unfortunate that as we say, you listen from waiting, Fatima don't talk. We don't get sports structure as Sierra Leone. It was unfortunate, and it's still unfortunate. George Wyndham is the only Paralympian that we have for table tennis in that country. All the others the way they come because there's no like a motivation factor. Then they go off. Then go can and train 1 or 2 days or maybe the maximum 6 months, then fade away. Because why? The motivating factor is not there. So at least when short programs and don't they come up, we don't see some of these benefits that spot the show onto the wall. I think it is high time that government need for go back again. Because I remember they just done an international 2 days program on how to solicit fund for various sporting bodies, and they involve the soccer and other sporting bodies. I think this is the time that government needs, for go back and sit and reflect on some of them teachings and day where we don't get from them conferences there, and how we go implement. Because the key factor, Magdalene, the way they affect Sierra Leone sport is about the revenue.
Yep.
And there's no way you're going to get success in sport if there's no revenue.
Yeah, and I like Fatima. Fatima, they go straight to the point. Where they trust the woman inside.
It's the truth, Magdalene. And especially for women in sport, we know the challenges the way women and they get in sport. Yeah. In terms of their body changes. And for making you get a balance in sport and out of sport, Magdalene, get for involve a lot of finance.
Yeah.
So most of the sisters are not able that because the finance not there for me, they will balance themselves in and out of the sport. So wait till they can prefer for them. Because especially if they get injured, how they able to do their recovery then? It's very challenging for them. Yeah. So some of these things that are being put up on this day, for me, it's a wake-up call for the nation that we still have to go back and do our homework and go back to the basic. Let's form a chain mechanism, put structure in place now. How we able to get a structure of fixed financing for them various disciplines here. That at the end of the day, we're not going to run short of potentials in the various sectors of sport in that country.
Exactly. And kudos to Fatima for bringing other female cyclists together in a new club. And I wish them all the best. We will see how we go support that project there. But again, thanks to the guy in Lonsar, where they organize the Lonsar Cycling Winners Stylish, for bringing all the cyclists together. Remember, cycling on the fete for over 7 years now. They're not get executive, no election, and the athletes and they by themselves, but it's only Stylish working with the cyclists then for make sure say then get a facelift and continue for move on. We go call stylish maybe in other programs, but we still get Augustine, and now we next hashtag now Augustine 9. So we already don't get
Yes.
about 27 people. So that will go with Augustine name. It's all right. Yes. So somebody they say Augustine Williams here, you come my forward. Welcome. Nice to bring in Augustine Williams to the show. Somebody say UFC my third favorite sports, and we get Vandy Naya the show with a smile and love emoji.
And you have a comment. Initially do emoji.
Oh my bro, I am very impressed of you. That's somebody we named Kali F Kuruma, and say keep up the good work from Michaela Massey, Marian Ellie. Well, in at the MMM, so no problem. Let we come to Augustine again. Augustine, looking at you joining the sports, we look at how you mama don dey support you. So how this benefits you growth within soccer. For many players, like you say, especially within the black community, even in Australia, it can difficult for like see parents and they come around where they're picking and they play. When you go, they see a lot of white people now that even they go with video cameras them and all, but in the black community, when they see that motivation and that it affects the process itself for let them go through because they're not getting motivation from home. But how you mama and support benefit you in terms of your growth in soccer?
Yeah, absolutely. I think say with my mother's support, I think say now make I do in this position what I did today. You know, even from the beginning, like be understand football, so that way they like, but in 100% support, be still there around me. I remember at one point in time I did play for one like traveling team, and then obviously Naimi they helped me support for the traveling fee. You know, some at then time they buy young football kits and all like backpacks, shoes, and things like that for be part of the team. And I remember at the end of the day they support me in terms of paying the fees. You know, obviously the little way be able to help me a lot. So and obviously the motherly advice in terms of like focus on your career, like things that when a distraction go distract you for make you able for excel. So we say you want to go and things like that because you know say football a lot of distractions there,
Yeah.
especially when you're in this industry in this business. So I think so all them support motivation the way it give me obviously it gave me the confidence and obviously one for be able for let's see you know picking be successful and obviously repaying for all the things that we don't do for me. So I think obviously with prayers and support, so now one of the big factor then for make a deal side today. So
All right. Okay. I think it's a good one. Somebody they say, I guess Augustine Williams is still a LA Galaxy player. You go want for confirm this for me?
no, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, what you say on the media about me to LA Galaxy player contract wise anymore.
Okay. All right. But let me talk a bit because LA Galaxy is now one of the biggest club them in America, and you happen for be one of the players them youth players will go through the system.
Hmm.
Uh, so we listen or we viewers or listeners and go want for know how will be talent for you playing among group of superstars and so the time when you get your debut for the senior side like the first
Hmm.
11.
Yeah. Obviously, we a lot of people know so LA Galaxy in one of the biggest club in the history of MLS. So obviously, I come into the second team, do so good for working my way up to the first team. But obviously, my time at LA Galaxy, I learned so much in terms of for there around players like Ibrahimovic, players like Jonathan Dos Santos, the two brothers as well. Then we have another guy who's I think he was from his name is Ola Kamara. So obviously doing in times and day, and in America the system is so it's pay to play. Not so like Europe, how you gonna make 300,000 a week, but if you need to perform, you're still on the bench. So in the US, if they pay you beaucoup money, you need to perform. They go even trade you to another team because they want to make sure say this player will not going to pay and this kind of money. So in my position as a striker, it was very difficult because we get players where they pay $6 million a year. Even if like in a perform to that ability, it's you just got to be able to be patient. So during my time, I had success there, but I was very much patient in terms of wanting to play. I wanted to play a lot. I wanted to be part of the success, but I can only control the things I can, and that's part of football. You're only able to control the things that we can't. We're able on the pitch. Out of the pitch, you can't really control much because you don't get to make the decisions that go on. So for me, I was able to control what I can. So obviously, the time they want to give me the opportunity for showcase myself, I'll be able to showcase myself. But I be want to play, and one of the reason them that make I left LA because I still young. The more you're playing, the more people see you, the more your market value goes up. So being there for 3 seasons, I spent most of my time in learning from these players, which helped me a lot. But like I said, to be able to excel and see my development go to another stage, I needed to play more, and that was not the reality based on where I found myself. But at the same time, football not business. Sometimes they want to say they before get exactly doesn't matter. Sometimes whether you can meet new coach or you bring young players, then you know what I mean, and things like that. So at the time, I was only able to control what I can, which is my performance. So, but my time in LA was absolutely great. The biggest club, in my opinion, in the MLS history, and obviously it backs itself up with the trophies that they've won. But just to be around players like Ibrahimovic, Jonathan Dos Santos, players like Ola Kamara, and they had Zardes as well. So those were a great experience that helped me develop more into the strikers I am
All
today.
right. Just one for saying mom they watch. Welcome to the show, Auntie Mata Williams. I don't say you always support Augustine. All right.
I
Uh,
don't even know why they'll miss Ali.
because once you when you talk,
That's six
Yeah.
o'clock
and
today, so
you also get your lovely Antina Guinea, Auntie Betty, also always there around for support Augustine. But also, you talk about winning trophy. You've been getting any specific major trophy with LA Galaxy or where you win during your time with them?
yeah, I won the best starting 11 in the country when I was there. Um, I scored a lot of goals while I was there as well. Um, I gained the experience that made me who I am today, and obviously, um, I learned a lot while we did it. So obviously, in terms of MLS Cup, I know we know why we did it, but obviously, like I won individual titles
Okay.
a lot.
So mentioning goals, I know so you like for score goal. You don't confirm that earlier. We viewers and want to know how many goals from the Aussies mouth himself in the MLS and also currently in the USL where you get.
You also had almost count self. But I remember last year I became the second I think the second highest goal scorer in the league in terms of the youngest second highest goal scorer in the league to reach I think it was 50 something goals in the league. But and even in Charleston Battery, I was since 2011. I was the first player to score double digits in a year. So I think all those, I think I take those with pride. I know they play for individual accolades, but obviously the over time we they put in the work in terms of forget the result, all the things they need to come into display. So it's all about hard work. I need to go every
Okay.
game for say that me want shine, but I just to go with the mindset of okay, if I get opportunity, me job not for score. Say football. As a striker, if you need to score, they don't like you. Where they score, they like you. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
For somebody will let goal, he must get in your own personal preference. Like, what think can motivate you where you dey in front of the net for score?
me, I think it's me the I get the belief every game day like in terms of how I think in my head that no one is going to outshine me today, and I think that's a motivation I carry and I take pride in that. Obviously, not so it can happen every time. You need to get good game every game, but I just get that spirit. Say if I come and compete and outshine my opponent, that individual day that I will get success. And obviously my family is my motivation. My mom, and I 100% believe that she's praying for me every day, and the prayers are working. You know what they say about a mother's prayer. So I just
Yeah.
100% believe that. Even every game we they pray together before every game. So they score every time we they pray for me. So I have that little superstitious belief in that. That I know as long as she's praying for me, and I continue to be focused on the right things and not be distracted, everything would come. They say good come to those who work hard for what they want in life.
Well, we will come and talk of about Leon Star later, but one thing I want to ask you now with regards the aspect of coaching training, you know, which of the aspect don't develop you as an individual player and as a team player?
As in me coaching or the
Uh,
coaching
like um
coaching me.
like the which area where don't develop you through the coaching system then where you don't go through as a player or as a team player?
I think more so. Obviously, why be the Portland Timbers? The coach required me for be able to hold up the ball, me hold up player, things like that. And one of them places where I really develop me hold up play, as in like become strong, hold up the ball for the team, be able to distribute the ball, and in terms of those area, LA. Obviously, every coach getting your own requirements that way it gets for you. Then be the one for like be very effective inside of the box. So I kind of gain a lot of experience, and I gain qualities inside of the box. Even now, like the coaches did teach me a lot of stuff. Sometimes the coaches say like not to always supposed to just shoot the ball one time. Sometimes fake like you just shoot where defender puts in foot that you caught, and in reaction for they able to catch up to you now it's too late. So all the things in there I they take them into consideration. I'm always open to learning. And that's the thing, that's the biggest part of my growth. I'm
All right.
never self-contained. I always want to learn, and I think that's what makes
All
me
right,
always.
Augustine. We will come to you back on the show, but quick one before I come to Emmanuel and Dopeii, let we do the draw quick. We dey do the draw quick and then I see
That's it.
Augustine in highlight and the plane at the background, and I know
Yeah.
say yeah Dopeii and the man just the score goal.
I
I
see
go play
somebody
the
say
highlight.
let Hawana to know let Hawana to know win again or he do so.
Please, I want to know the what that to
Say
agree
do
on
so,
win
no win
again.
again or
Okay, let we see how we go take the draw again. And I
The
think we
last
get
one,
about
how many people there first? Let's see. Can
we
you
have
do it?
40 we have 41 people.
Yeah, by one.
Ooh.
in the back.
Dope, you don't believe say today on day Augustine don't
Today,
outshine you
today, not today.
celebrity.
No, it's
Yeah.
just it's too much. The floor is here. I got space. Get space. Get space.
All right, there we go. 41 people, and who will be the next winner?
Mm.
Hey.
More than that. That's holiday.
Now,
Augustine, you sure say no answer with something?
It's not Augustine.
What's the
I
Augustine?
I think some this like
Augustine. Augustine, you sure say no answer with something? Nah, you hide something for
this Raphael.
maybe not the same. The first person where we name Awana to Zola, and this other person name Aminata Zola.
Zola.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy don't
Yeah,
come on.
yeah,
We win back to back. If Tiki baby win the next go, now foul play.
No, don't be waiting the kitchen. That's also the Zola no more.
Zola
Yeah.
win. Some
Because you know what happened? Because he say he play with Ibrahimovic. I'm gonna make Zola.
Zlatan, yes.
Yes, Zlatan, Zola, and he consider and the same thing.
All right, so thank God now the system now they schedule the draw. We not get and the congratulations to Aminata Zola. And remember I said this giveaway na Emmanuel sponsor this week. We dey continue with the show. We colleagues them from Tango reach to Yaminata, but this Zola are the suspect. Man, you know some people get 4-5 Facebook accounts.
Accounts.
Okay, so Dopeii, you got anything for say from Augustine in second shot in the show, like talking about in development and goal scoring ability and all?
First of all, I just want to give a shout out to Mom. We appreciate all your hard work. Mom's watching. She said, "Thank you very much, Maggie." Yeah, look, as somebody that does sports, family support and one of the most important things about sports. If you're not getting family backing, because it's not easy waking up early, going through all your trials and tribulations. If the family not there, you, mama, your papa, your sister, your auntie, whoever it is, that's family, or you consider as family. If that person did not support you, it's one of the hardest things because you feel like, say, you're not getting loud from the outside because nobody don't understand what they go to. You kind of also like get for sure you pain weight. You know what I mean? If for example, you didn't bench, you like get for, lady frustration too, or if you get injury, you would get for go through that process, probably get your recovery back for go back on the pitch or go back on whatever you do. So family support is one of the most important things in sport. But look, this guy get experience, man. Your experience don't make it outshine me, but me own show back where come on. It tells the guy. This guy is very, he's knowledgeable in terms of football. He get the knowledge in terms of football. He get the knowledge, and the thing I like is he studied his position. Obviously, maybe they start up and they talk, say, nobody understand the role as a striker. But the fact they don't go to different coaches there, obviously playing with different clubs and listening to mentors, he don't study in position as a striker, so he understands how to play the role. And this thing that we need in the national team, people that don't understand the position. When Sabusa for play, it's simple because you don't need for run. When they give ball, it's Sabusa for goal. Now goal. That make Joe Good now my favorite striker right now. He doesn't do much. When he has the ball, he knows where he's going. And I know Augustine knows where he's going. He has the ball. It's simple.
Okay. All right, Emmanuel, anything with the coaching aspect of Augustine in development and all, and now other people where they watch when our young players go use that as a motivation for developing themselves?
Yeah, Magdalene, thank you very much. I think for me, first and foremost, the biggest coach for Augustine, my parents, there. Dopeii raised up a very good point. Family is very important in sports. Without family in sports, Magdalene, you struggle. And I want to give a special shout out to one key person when I come to this country. Up to now, we are not meeting active sports. I see the difference, the struggle they're going within the community. Pamore, Vande in that day. When I go to history and they tell me how that pub they use in van, pick up young boys, take them to soccer trainings, take them back to the various homes. But from the moment that past stopped that, Magdalene, today, if you watch, we brothers are finding it very difficult to make it into the elite level in sports in this country. And we need some of them people there also around, just like waiting Augustine in mommy to do. We as African parents, we not get that time for sacrifice for we kids. But with the see today, we for recognize this April 6th we are at the International Sports Day. The difference we sport they create in the lives of individual. And as we as African people, let we rise up from that we sleep and make use of some of them highlights that we don't see and create a transformation in the life of we children. Africa get raw talent. Look like Augustine Magdalene. He's a born talent. See what he talk. In terms of in coaching aspect, he knows what he's doing. Because in football, we have passing, shooting, dribbling, and controlling. And as an attacker, you get to know when and how to use all these techniques. There are times you don't need to shoot, you need to dribble. There are times all what you need is a control. If you realize this morning, Vinicius and in goal where he scored, he gave a quality dribbling, and there was a control that he made inside the box. Waiting happened, the defenders have lost balance. He gave an easier access for kick and score. But at that moment when they be dribble come inside, if you may say the kick one to the blind. So some of them techniques are when it don't begin to unveil. So, as young players we go to follow the show, the listen to wait till you don't see. If they use this detail way just give and practice on it, you trust me, Magdalene, they will end up for developing in career. It's a very sensitive thing, Augustine explain out. When and how for play into that box, when for kick, when for fake, all them checks them. And most number nines that they tell you, Magdalene, not able to get some of the knowledge and they don't get to. So kudos, my brother, and we are seeing much coming out from you.
All right, we come back to Augustine. As you watch, this might be the last draw for today because we're not going to keep Augustine for long now. Already no over time, and we start late as well. But Max Sports, now the comment, the hashtag where you for send, and then we see how the last draw will go. But Augustine, we'll talk a bit about Leone Star breaking into this circle for the first time, coming into the camp. Go through that kind usual system where we get players that we start from back home, play the home league, they know themselves, they don't start from under 17, 20. You look at the Yemi Dunia, the Kwame Kwe and others, and start from that range. The Gboyah and all, but you come straight into the system just like Kai Kamara. How you been address that situation and how you be able to embrace and able to fit into the squad better one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you say, I don't be able to get into the U17, U20 all the way up. So it'd be kind of different environments, different players, different connection. But when you look at people like Kai Kamara, one of the people that we kind of helped my way through in the process. So obviously, where you meet people then like Kwame, you meet people then like Bundu, them people that all be helping me in terms of for kind of get integrated into the squad. So I think now that and make me very, very be comfortable because why they come first, I be think Salone go just think say, well, I mean, Korea not really good like that. So some people they go say, well, it's a really Salone, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I don't know my born, but I really grow up. So, but the confidence way, way the coaching staff gave me in terms of just, this is home, this is your home, don't feel like you're an outsider, you're one of us, you were born here. So I think about that, can you give me the confidence to take the pressure off my shoulder and just be able to perform whenever I have the opportunity to do that.
All right. Somebody they say this guy can deliver in any part of the 18-yard box to put the opponent in calamity. Trust me. And from YouTube, because we're also there live on YouTube, Alfred Panda say, Augustine, keep the flame burning. Someday you will be up there with the greats. Stay focused and train harder with hard work and God's grace. Nothing is impossible. Thank you, Panda, for that. All the Williams and they look this show, even Tina Williams. They are going to buy a what they say, he said the people when they win, the girl are weak, he said they go buy.
Oh, funny.
I see Van der enter the goal. Ask about that.
Vandy, I don't know what the Vandy win.
Ask Van der win.
I don't donate that. All right. So Augustine, another thing, going to the Nations Cup, your big continental tournament at that time. But firstly, tell me the decision for represent Sierra Leone and that of the hope of America can call it one day, how you be making, because a lot of people players when they play abroad, especially the one they were groom from that part they for play the game, you always get a second thought of getting the opportunity for play for who side they play. So how you being able for leverage between that for make that decision at that point, even though Kai now one of the people that will help you as well.
Yeah. I mean, even before like where I become citizen of the United States, then call me into one of the camps then for the US, but at the time I never able to go because I been try for work on my citizenship. But obviously, that's something why they really think about. But obviously, while I speak to Kai, and obviously Kai obviously tell me say like as a African player or a black player, you could always give you 100% best for another country, but you don't feel the same way in your heart where you're able to give country who you come out, who you born and things like that. So when you look at that, it does make sense, why they go Salone, even though not to that gap, but the connection, the music, the funds, the way they play, it's different, even when they are so in a locker room, more than that in phone no more, you don't feel that way, but when in a salon, like man, they grab so begin dance, the entertainment, it's very lively. So all them kind of things, and they were going to like the first call up, it kind of made me look at it from a different perspective, as in like, yeah, this is something I want to be part of. This is fun. This feels like home, Even while I go, I don't even feel like say like, oh, okay, I come more, you know what I mean? So mine really even call myself this American boy, but I know be seen because the no saying I'm not born. So anytime if I be born, then maybe I go say, okay, me not American boy. Me not saying Salone. Now we all born in Salone, even though I not got they born in our born. So
Salone Bobo Tigi.
That's something you cannot change, my place of birth. That's something I cannot change, that was destined to happen that way. But at the end, I'm so glad that I was able to represent Sierra Leone, and I feel in my heart that I'm home. I'm always supporting them no matter the situation, and I'm always happy to always be part of there when I'm given an opportunity. So definitely.
All right. Somebody they ask how many seasons you signed for Charleston Battery.
This I mean last season, this is my last season here. Obviously they've been wanting to give me a new contract, but sometimes you have to wait. You never know what God planned is for you as well.
All right. So any plans for step up back into the MLS, or you get planned for go play in Europe if the opportunity come?
Yeah, definitely. That's always been one of my goals to go to Europe. Obviously this is I've been in this league now for a while. So but you never know. Football is not predictable. You could at any side at any given moment, and things can change in a really fast pace. So wherever I end up, I just want to make sure that it's a good project for me in terms of football, obviously, and also it's a good lifestyle for myself as well. Even though it's business, but you want to look back and say the things that you accomplished while you were playing football. You don't just want to retire so no more. Then you can go walk back. So it's a business, but it's also something that you want to be able to take care of your family.
Yeah, we will come to that for tell you waiting a plan for life after football. But let we also look at another aspect of playing African football. You get the opportunity, you can represent Sierra Leone. So what's in the difference? Because then drop you of late and a lot of debates within our social media Whereas people they say, okay, they can call Augustine, but if they find out for net the goals, then for we come to Leon Stars, probably they get issue with the tenacity of the game in Africa. So how you want for assess your performance playing within the continent, the style of play and that of the USL.
Yeah, I mean, like it's different because in the US and outside there, it's totally different. Um,
Mm.
and obviously different style of play as what the coach want. The team in Charleston is built around me, so everything has to go through me. In Sierra Leone, it's national team. You're playing with players that are also different, but in a sense have one goal. Obviously, I think it has been an adaptation for me, with the Leon Stars. Obviously, I've adapted so well in the US, but obviously, we're in Sierra Leone. I haven't had the opportunity yet to kind of really showcase myself in terms of playing wise. But at the same time, I'm always open to, like I said, learning from what the coaches require of me. You know
All
what I
right, so
mean?
yeah, go ahead.
And not obviously like where they go Salone, I'm very open minded in terms of wanting to give my best, and that's always been my goal.
All right. So talking about not having the opportunity because we don't see a lot of games that can call you and you've been at the bench. Um, is it a kind of thing where you worried about or you just want for day around the team, continue for learn until you get your day where you go able for showcase yourself properly?
No, 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 no. That's something I really worry about because, like I said, the things I control, now I able for control. Now I the control.
Yeah.
This life I'm able for control everything. So me on thing that I able for control, not for train good. Obviously get good amount of sleep. Why able for perform the next day, and if the coach call upon me, I'm ready to go. I can only influence my decision making, and nothing else apart from that. If I can't control it, then it's not in my control capacity.
All right. Okay. So as a striker, playing, I think you score a goal for Senegal. Was it against the Gambia or South Sudan? I don't remember again, but you get a goal in. Was it in the friendly matches we play prior to the AFCON?
Yes, that match I scored. Yes.
Yeah, and you do think an assist as well in one of our games where you've been play, but looking at the opportunity again, if you come up, you willing forgive the same 100% as a lot of fans really been feel worried that we make the list for player against Sao Tome. And for me, at that time, I look at you just start your season, and probably the coach look at that. But I not going for say other things here. But how you been look at the situation and how you able for work on that and move on with your club and all.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, every time Sierra Leone gets this opportunity to play against teams, I'm not gonna sit down and say I'm not gonna look for not go and participate. You always want to help your country. So it's a joy when you get the feeling of, okay, I had to go represent Sierra Leone. About 7-8 million people. Uh, so obviously, when I get called up, it's disappointing, for myself because I want to be able to help the country in terms of achieve success and things like that. But at the end of the day, the national team is bigger than me. I would always support them, no matter. I watched the entire game here in my living room, so I would always support them in terms of a collective way because, like I say, if Sierra Leone achieve what Augustine Williams achieved. It's the country. It's about the country. So at the end of the day, I always stay just hopeful. Let them call me, but at the same time, if they don't call me, then I'm always ready for the next call up as well. I can only control what I can. I can't control if I get called or not.
Mhm.
But if I'm performing good as I am, I hope to get called up.
All right. All right. A very good start to the season. You already done banging 3 goals in 4 matches. Waiting at the expectation for the rest of the matches along the way.
Well, obviously, yes. Not for continue for score, because obviously, like I said, last Afcon qualifiers, um, I know be the part of us, so that brings a hunger out of me because I'm be able for it. So I kind of vex small, so I make I go and score every game, and I, I have yeah. So there's a fire in me right now that and I like the way I'm happy right now that I'm scoring. And so as a striker, where you get that confidence, it's very very difficult at times for letting stop you. So I did get that feeling last year, and I don't start to get the same feeling this year as well. So obviously my goal is to first of all help the team the best way, but also, like I said, as a striker, your number one job is to score. So anytime I get the opportunity for score, obviously I've been very fortunate to score.
All right. So you also did do some philanthropist work. You last visit to Sierra Leone in December.
Yeah.
Before you return, I see you donate some stuff to Fant Hill Station.
Mhm.
What motivate you for do that, and how best you want for ensure say you continue to help the young one the way they come up with equipment.
Yeah. Obviously, I know I need do extremely large, like other people there, but the small why before do other before contribute because in my heart, this is a sport that everyone deserves an opportunity, to play. But obviously, not everyone has the opportunity to have the equipment to be able to play. So football, things don't change because even when they grab Wakamo Salone, as Leto man they play with. Now not even say man they play with
Yes.
man they play with
Yes.
Leto anymore.
Yes.
Why go there, I see say nobody they play with Leto. So it has changed. And so then football boots now they cost almost $300. And I understand the economy in Sierra Leone is different. If man get $300, if you need to go spend on per boots na salon. Maybe if na salon, then I go spend $300 per boots, per race. So at the end of the day, when I know I'm in a position to have access to these things, because of the blessings God has given me and to be where I'm at today in life.
All right.
At some points, even more I be they grab and I be able to afford real football boots, So I be they buy the one they will cost $80, the fake one then. So, I understand that, people go through these things in life. So obviously while I go there, I watch them, I hear about their story, obviously I say, I want to be able to help. I don't hear it from the owner before one broken foot and not be able to forget the proper medical. So these are the things I help with to be able to make sure that, so you can recover in the right way and come back for play football. Because if I able for do, this little way God don't bless me with, why not make an impact in someone else's life who is trying to achieve what in the position I'm at right now and what I've already achieved. So I think that's where the motivation comes from, and obviously
This
Nadia Call as well.
All right. This now you goal today where you score earlier, and
Mhm.
very very fantastic goal. You take on well from the person who assist you, and that nice. And I don't see you score a couple of goals like that, but you get this penalty quality, just like you said, and build the team around you in battery, and always now you can step forward for take penalty. You don't ever miss
If I don't ever miss anything,
penalty.
Penalty. Like Tony this morning.
I've been imposter, man.
uh, yeah, I missed one last year, but obviously when I reflect back on the miss, so now I be the kind of like say as a penalty taker, where you decide say if you go one side, not change your mind. So I pick one side while they run to the ball now. I pick my head up, so I decide for change which side they go. I have that doubt. So, but obviously, apart from that, like for me inside the penalty box, sort of saying something when it happened, but it's very hard for like actually miss because penalty not a mind game.
Mm.
Now, very, 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 and then you get the crowd. Obviously, it was so much things there, like what's around you, the goalkeeper, the noise, everything. So as long as you can block all of that and you give yourself a fair opportunity, so not 50-50 no more. If you goalkeeper really save and good, then save. If you're not save, then not save.
All right. A lot of messages here within the comment section. My advice to Augustine: make it focus on in club, the score goals, they help the team. So in June, he go able to make the squad and help the national team for qualify. And somebody they say, all right, it's for mom. He said thanks for supporting Augustine. Augustine Williams style of plays like John Dumbuya, our former Leone star striker. A lot of messages keep coming. Max Tribune. Augustine Williams, I know that you will be the replacement for Kai Kamara in Sierra Leone team. So many. Another person, they ask question. They say if Augustine married and he gets picking. That's very personal for me phone. It better when I did channel.
I know what we at.
Yeah.
No man said I'm boss. No one. Why they asking me?
The people coming out to superstar again.
Oh, you next week they come back to Emmanuel.
No, allow the superstar today, but I don't go PVO.
No. Go buy him. They'll go see for
Yeah.
Don't let him answer. Are you jealous?
I'm out for jealous. Then they ask for me. I didn't have every week.
But me not vex. Nobody asks for me. I don't vex. Wait.
Oh, you said my answer?
I would wait
Yeah,
for you.
you answer.
You only know it got me.
No. I know married, but I get woman. I know married. Me woman,
Okay.
not like for the social media like that.
All right.
Okay.
That we call her you married on credit.
Yeah, I know married.
Credit.
So you don't hear now, eh? Augustine get posting. No text me again.
Maggie.
Because next time, you know, so they don't get me in your pot. Let go wait the Augustine.
Where they go Salone.
All right. Thanks, Abdul Karim for Roma. Yes, of course. It's been a long way in the job from Tumac Radio. All right. We will make Augustine go, but we want to do the last draw. But before that, quick one inside Salone players abroad. We see the legend
right now. The center back of
the legend this morning being get for Gay inside when Chicago Fire them victory inside the 2 goals where he scored as them beat Minnesota United in the MLS by 2-1. Kai Kamara being get a brace inside that particular match there. And Augustine were there with we being there on target for Charleston Battery inside and 3-2 win over Hartford Athletic in the USL, and that's been get for Mark in the second goal inside the season in 3 matches played. Alassane Koroma be also there on target inside RB Linens, then 2-2 draw with CF Talavera on Saturday in the Premier Division inside Spain. Well, not much, but let we do the draw and then we'll come and say bye-bye. We go round up with Augustine and say bye-bye for today. And then probably Emmanuel will say something. So I don't see the draw again of fumble them. The draw don't All right, we get 30. We actually get 37 people there. We don't enter for the draw, and 37 people don't enter. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's good to be.
Yes, for
it's good to be in touch with our Sierra Leone players week in, week out, so that the public will know how they perform in their different league. Well, we try our best, but it's very hard. Thanks to Augustine. One thing I like about Augustine, they reply people. They reply, never mind, they don't know you, because they get the heart of God. That's why. Because actually, I know what I don't go through for him at something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's really good. So consistency and eagerness to learn has made this program at the top. Well done, sis. Thank you, Abdul Karim Kuruma, for you compliment. Big man talk superstar Augustine Williams. He's a professional. He speaks accordingly. Yes, boss. Boss from inside Salone. We're going to invite you one day, boss. Let's analyze sport na this show. Kaifala Kosia, we're going to invite you. You always follow the show. Keep it up, brother. Welcome on board, my beautiful sister Betty. Okay, the family there, we know. All right, Max Travis Sport, please tell Augustine say now in Jazzy I want to see him play na a top league na Europe. Okay, Rogers, Augustine don't hear you. Augustine don't hear you. Eh? Very well spoken young man with a kind heart. We love to see it. Great job. Thank you, Auntie Tina. I gave me Auntie name. So me have a family to Augustine. Small.
But you support Manchester.
This last
But you
one,
support Manchester.
Eh?
But you support Manchester.
All right. Yeah, August, wait to do the last one. You know, give me Jazzy.
No.
You last one.
Let's say one day.
Okay, one day we play with barefoot na comfortable feel Calabar town. All right, but me don't send the Jazzy for Max Travis, so we represent Max Travis Sport Augustine Williams na so Kai Kamara FIBA the play or the way of scoring goals. Now I'm supporter. I hope he will be available for our qualification upcoming AFCON in Ivory Coast against Nigeria. All right, Musa Vandi. Well, we go for the draw. We get 38 people. Mom say you are born for greatness. Keep grinding. One day at a time. Love you. Love your confidence. Okay, with a tap and day first. Then we see here one fine love, but why not go?
Let's make my ear God bless you.
Somebody say we used to play together during childhood. Abubakar Jallo, all right. Hoping our patient, one baby safe, they waiting there. All right. Then I Easter. Let we do the draw and then we can say bye-bye. So we start now. We start. Let's see who go with 38 people. Good luck to the lucky winner. I see they don't pull Vandy.
I've been saying
Understand Kamara. What?
Let's not count for joke with them.
That's a legend winner.
What them this they win?
Yes.
Yeah.
We pray for earlier, come.
Yeah. Wow.
Congratulations. But people not vex because of time. We keep the balance too. Next Sunday, we go do the draw. All the best to Una always take part in the show today. Like a quick to Emmanuel and Dopeii. Anything we want for round up with inside what we don't talk today and what Augustine don't talk as well.
Yeah, after the legend, let's say the legend.
Thank you, Dopeii. And Maggie, first and foremost, I really want to appreciate we brother Augustine for short, a well said word so we don't get out today. And he so touched my heart as a sportsman that I really know say there's a lot so we get for achieve to this young man. And when it comes towards the national team, then it took one thing way for me show some form of humility. He'd always say, I can only control what I can. And that's very good about sportsmanship. That's true. You can only control what you can. What you can't control. And if you go up with that motivation, Magdalene, definitely you always succeed in whatever you're doing. And it talks something very important about the national team where it shows that he's a real professional. He knows this sport. He said one time Charleston to build the team around her. And if you look around every technical coach in the world, then they build them team strength on a particular player. It's either maybe the attacking midfielder or the attacker. So for me, yeah, and you say if you come to Leonster, it's all about what adaptation. And he exposed a lot of weakness in the national team. From my own perspective, from which I listen, you know, it tells you that there's still a room for improvement within Leonster. Because when you bring people like this into the national team with a vast experience, when they get in professional football, and see the way they play football back home, it's really difficult and challenging for them. So this now a wake up call for a national team, for a nation, for go look the likes of Deshkam France. A build France for them to win the World Cup, a build a system around a particular player. And when they play towards that player, they set up everything and France win the World Cup. So we coaches a need for the view some of their statements we brought us in the say as professionals and learn from them. Don't put the pride aside or the ego. But what he just said makes a lot of sense. We have push aside the aspect of adaptation and let's work on a system. And if we play on a system, trust me, Magdalene, we go see the progression of Leonster. And bro, more prayers for you. And I sure say indeed, we go see you play good football in Europe very soon.
All right. Okay, Michael Dopeii, the athletics pro, fastest.
Nah, first of all, brother, thank you very much for coming with the program, even though you take me shine today. I'm not saying for take time out of your busy schedule, for come join me for discuss, about you yourself. Now I feel like people like me who don't know who you are now, we are very exposed. If I see any Williams or number 9, sorry, brother, a lot of us will not know you now. We don't know you, so thank you for making us be known to you. First thing I just want to say, obviously, maybe December, me and you will chop it up. The next call up, man, go dinner turn.
There you are. There you are.
I mean, that's manager.
Every week, you don't take one fan.
That's all. I do that day. Because you not do that day.
It's Alex said that you can forget Uma. You are the one day you can forget Uma back.
But yeah, Augustine, like, what you did when you got called up to the national team was massive. And, obviously, like you said, being an athlete, when something doesn't go your way, we don't cry, we don't complain, we just keep working hard. And that's exactly what you did, You just went back to work and just keep working. Obviously, let's hope the powers that be are noticing that you're doing an incredible job for your club. Hopefully, they can give you a call back up so you can do an amazing job for your country, man. Because that last I would taste that qualifier. So I'll be crazy. So imagine if we go second time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Somebody say Max Travis Sports not able to see myself now the door. Beer. Happy Easter to you all. Thank you, Betty George. Congratulations to me, really, na Manchester United lock the Falabiso. I really appreciate it so much, brother. This win we never go by Jazzy. Happy Easter to you all from Mame Conte. Thank you. Thanks, Max Travis Sport. It's been nice watching this program today. I can only follow up where they show local football, but today I enjoyed the interview with all the guests. Thank you. Continue for watch and share the live. We can get really good time in the show, laughter, fun, and all. You guys are really interesting and full of fun. Yes, antimatter, that's us. James Lomer, they say very impressive. Belated birthday to James Lomer with the first Sierra Leonean amputee professional footballer.
Professional football.
Happy birthday, man.
Our national coach think they know everything. No one is a reservoir of knowledge, so it makes sense to listen to others and take the ideas. Okay, and all. Thank you, Alfred. Well, we come to. We guess now for roundup. We know that this will be the last time. We're sorry for all your pots.
You might not play, you might not score. So you might relax.
As he scored 15 goals this season, the counts are back.
Well done. Well said, Magdalene. Well said. Good.
Okay, so Augustine, as we go now, quick one. You don't ever get challenges in the game or any? Which of you the challenges we don't get, which team or defender we not like for play against?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to pinpoint because obviously few defenders, then they obviously were really, really good. But the one day one like now the one day way like something they bump you, they push you around,
Shoot.
it kind of be very frustrating, you know what I mean? Because you not get the ball, say man they push you, so
Body charge.
that's not get reaction out of you. But I don't play against a lot of good and amazing defenders, so I don't really want pinpoint one in particular as well.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what's your best moment in the game?
My best moment in the game, in the box. I really believe I'm like a fox in the box.
Wow.
I'm very when I'm in the box,
Wow.
I'm very observant my surrounding. Because say defenders there, you go for focus on the ball as well, looking at your opponent. So I just want to make sure that if I can lose them in that quick seconds, as long as they cannot react back, and by the time they react back, the ball in the back of the net. So if you can see yesterday's goal, I was just observing where I should be, where's the ball, where the guy. So by the time he's trying to close me down, I was already shooting the ball. So I think those are my strength, and I use them to the best of my ability.
All right. We got some few personal questions now. Your best food, your best Salone food, any? Not called cassava little.
There you are.
Yeah, my least favorite na soup. Like not only the thick one or the one way. I don't like.
Wata. Get me in the elbow.
As soon as you put up at the guys, you don't go under.
It don't go under.
No, don't be you shiny out today. Yeah. So last time I watch you live on Instagram, and you say you talk 4 language. We as go one for no. Maybe I
no,
won't.
I mean they talk Mende they talk but not fluently. They talk Creole. I also speak a little bit of Spanish. Because I take Spanish now, even though I'm not fluent, but I understand now a lot. Even French, I take French as well, so I understand how they speak. I'm not fluently, but obviously then language and there, and I be small back, I be sabi for speak Wolof. I be the Senegal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dopeii.
Wow.
Now one
Dopeii.
thing that
Sorry, Mike.
I want to learn the culture. I want to learn the language. I'm very I always want to learn. So which is one of my goals in life.
All right. Boss says that cassava leaf na favorite to Kosia. Why would I like cassava leaf? Augustine, any message as we round up now for the young one the way they watch you, because you get a lot of people where they look up to you, but before that somebody say so kai camera, say the way they play, the way they run, not true.
I don't know if not true. That's what we talk. So, but we get similarities there. We get similarities. One of Kai's strength is for butts the ball. So I think one of them now be learned from my. I ask him in terms of how do you go up in the air, things like that. But we're different in a way. We're different, but we have some similarities as well. We're not 100% the same players.
All right. So aside of soccer, any other sport doing your favorite?
I like American football because I play American football like high school, secondary school. I also like basketball.
Okay.
As well.
All right. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation, and thanks to Mom and Auntie. We also support Gboyah get you along. Although maybe we don't talk after December, you will get busy at that time, and you be promising when you get time. So this not gonna be the last time. We hope to get you back, but not forget for send the how do you call it?
If not be December, you call so enable get me because the connection as Salone enable get me safe.
I know. I know. All right, but you go still post the Jazzy for Max Tribune.
Yes, definitely.
We'll put
We'll talk about the shit.
We'll
that
go
the
put
studio.
on. Yes.
We got arranged down there.
All right, thank you, and good luck. When's your next match?
Wednesday, Saturday.
Cup and league.
No, we get league. League Wednesday. We get back-to-back schedule. We don't play yesterday. Wednesday we play. Saturday we play. Wednesday back we play. So.
I'm gonna watch you. I always watch your match, so.
I say we're young right now, so as long as we sleep one day, I ain't done so.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So to the motivation now for the young one then.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is not for more for Sierra Leoneans, like football players. I just, even though they found themselves in a very difficult environment, when they really promote football financially in a way, but just believe in a dream, no matter how you come out in this life, when you're destined for great things, it will happen, believe. Sometimes they say your family may believe in you, but like you dream, you got to believe in yourself. You got to work very, very hard for achieve the things in life, even if not a football, believe in yourself, believe in God, and work hard. The sky should never be the limit. So anything, no matter how you come out, as long as you work very hard, like you talent for sure. And then, the world will get to see you, take people like Mohamed Kalon as an example, coming from Sierra Leone. The sky was never the limit. Kai Kamara, I'm not at their level, but those are things that should inspire you to want to be great.
All right, thank you very much. Dopeii, the person they will speak English. You not you are
Sorry, mate.
Thank you. Where you grow up now with Manco? Like when they talk, where they talk the English and the Creole, the fats themselves.
Yeah. No, but I thank God I don't forget the even though they make fun of me while they go to Salone, but I thank God I don't forget the Creole. Commander, they know say for sure why they go Salone. You know what I mean? As soon as I take bike, I stop bike. As soon as I say how much, the man knows say no to Salone come already.
Where's the goal?
Where's the goal? I said I don't say how much. I said okay. Why they give it 5,000? They said change not though. I said all right,
they're not initiating out of the system. So next time we go now, you say how much?
Yeah,
almost.
So I go now.
Almost, yes.
When I want to give me change, I say no logo fan change. Give me change.
Quick one. I don't say don't say you round up message, but quick one. Somebody they say who is Augustine favorite teammate in Leone Star, like roommate from Abdurrahman in Lumley.
Very good question. Yes.
It's difficult because I don't get a cool roommates then. But if I begin for pick, I go pick Rodney or Alex within Sweden. Because them man they like for jogging. So they play FIFA in a room. I said so I like
okay.
All right, so anybody
in my room, somebody. As long as they with roommates when they sleep all day, then because I want my way they sleep all day in a room. So at least interact.
The artist squad, the artists, to get
exactly.
You don't listen to a new single?
Which single?
In music.
In music.
Tumbo guys.
Which Musa?
Yeah.
Yes. Kwame himself the sing. Kwame himself the single.
All right.
I know you guys.
Okay.
All right. So the music title topic. You say always the name then a topic. Whatever we put on at the show, name that.
Okay. Yeah. I be see one thing like this BM international to me where they perform.
Yeah, now the music show. Yeah,
the music
Yeah, he launched him.
Okay, yeah. When I saw telling them, I go listen.
Okay. Thank you, Augustine. Whoever say bye. So you can left we now as I want for charge. Dopeii small for that loss with the loss yesterday. Chelsea. Emmanuel, when I play today, Arsenal, Liverpool. Just know that the game don't start safe. So waiting now your prediction for that game day.
And it's a must win for Arsenal as you see Manchester City being get a favorable 4-1 victory against Southampton, which means they don't cut down the 8 point gap to 5. So this for be a must win for Arsenal for make the able lengthen the gap between we and Man City. And since 2012, we're able to get a good result, a winning result against Liverpool in Anfield. So we want for use this time around for break that spell. And this won't be a new Arsenal under the management of Arteta, whereby we see the boys then get a can-do spirit we can always talk about. And no matter how it is, or accept the final whistle sound before we accept say the game is finished. So we see that type of performance for be put up today and try to maintain that 8 point match between Man City because a game at hand is not a point at hand. So we know say they still get a game at hand and then get forfeit for me, then get a point today.
All right.
It get for be a beautiful match for watch.
All right. So Lampard returned to Chelsea as interim.
Career mode. People play real life career mode, Maggie. Real life.
Who down now one sack now, Dopeii, because I don't sack Augustine in mommy the supporter also even Arsenal. I say Arsenal how they play. Hey, mommy,
yes.
If you text me again now, WhatsApp and the answer.
Mommy Williams, what you expect to you, man? What you expect to you, mommy?
Rogers say Augustine be say they sing small. Leon start about artist there.
Augustine, you choke.
Max, thanks for promoting our own stars in sports. If we have many people like you, we shall be opening doors for our brothers and sisters in the game and sports. All right, guys, thank you. Dopeii, any round-up message? Emmanuel, any round-up message? Let Augustine go.
Thank you. I can go sleep because when they play, thank God, I'm only for get another happy time. No for that. Every time man they win, the team they lost. Why not? Just happy that's everyone once again. Thank you, Maggie. Another.
Oh, una bad. A whole Max Tribune now wish me belated.
Hey. Okay. From your humble self and on behalf of manager Jerome, Petros, Dopeii, Benteke, and the entire Max Tribune team.
Yes.
We want for wish we CEO a belated happy birthday.
Thank you for celebrating my
hey.
75.
Who say you go to City?
Huh?
You go to
After you say they give me COVID na office, I be there lockdown.
It be there now, it be there lockdown. So yes, enjoy the birthday now.
Next one.
No, we're going to Brisbane. All right, thanks, Emmanuel, for sponsoring today's giveaway. And next week, as well, we get 2 people who go win. If you're out there, you watch me, you have a sponsor giveaway, you're welcome. And we can talk now WhatsApp, yeah? Until then, we go join you next Sunday for another edition of the show. Thanks to Augustine. We'll join with today. I want to say bye-bye to una all. And keep following the page, share, and make sure say you like and comment always. Have a blessed Easter.